Good morning, everybody. Wow, it is real dark out there, huh? It's a very cloudy, overcast, rainy day here in the UK. Fortunately, I have some tea, and that will keep me warm, hopefully. Or we shall see, I suppose. So, I don't believe anybody is even here yet, so I'm not too stressed out about getting started here. I wanted to look at this tree here, because this tree looks nice in a way that my new tree does not. So this is a bit taller, and it has the branches kind of coming off at an angle. Oh gosh, what did I just do? Undo it, whatever I just did. So let's try and remake the tree that I built, but we'll try and model it after that a little bit more. Yes. So, where is my new tree? Here it is. A big, horrible, awful looking tree. Yeah, it looks bad. Looks real bad. So then, how are we going to deal with that? Whoops. Maybe we can use a melt brush. I'm trying to figure out whether it's even salvageable at all. Let's use a lift brush. And I'm going to use the lift brush just to hopefully... Oh, I messed up my bar here, didn't I? I need to put a different item on here. Powder. And... Nope, I messed it up again. Oh well, no one's here. No one cares. Here we go. Let's try that now. There we go. Okay. So, the intent here is going to be to make the top perhaps look a bit bigger, or at least, Oh, this is a melt brush, is it? No, it's a lift brush. I'm using a lift brush. Yeah. That's right. So, I'm just going to lift out a little bit at the base here, and trying to really create the dark oak shape, which, I mean, is not particularly easy, actually, it turns out, to do on such a large scale. Oh well. We'll figure it out, hopefully, or we won't. And we'll just nuke this tree from orbit and forget about it. So it's one of the two. Alright, these are way too big, I think, is part of the problem. So let's particularly trim around the top a little bit. And just trying to, yeah, kind of whittle these down a little to make them a bit more reasonably sized by comparison with the top canopy there. This one in particular got damaged when I shifted the whole tree down, so it's kind of a bit flat on the edge here now. So maybe we can resolve that a little bit. And a boom. Yes. It works pretty well, actually. It's starting to look a little bit better, I think. I've kind of recovered, hopefully recover a bit more shape to the tree. So I'm thinking I kind of actually want to bring this out and kind of merge these two together, these areas. So let's try and do that. To make this into one large section of the canopy here. And I think as a result of that, I'm actually going to take a little bit of weight off the top here, so reduce the top, just kind of merge them downwards, as it were. And something like that. Yes, I think it kind of works. We've still got this kind of sandwich effect going on, which I don't really like, so I'm just going to try and make this sandwich kind of a bit more extreme to the point where maybe we can actually see the trunk in the middle and kind of separate these two instead of having this weird kind of sandwich canopy, which is what we've got at the moment. And still no viewers. Rip, F. Or maybe maybe my metrics aren't working, which has been known to happen before. It's also very possible. That might be a little bit hopeful. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build this up, and hopefully we'll be able to see the kind of the trunk in the middle, and maybe that'll make it a little bit less weird looking. Let's actually bring this whole section out here so that we kind of can see a little bit better. There we go. I think that's going to work better. So we can see the trunk just a little in the middle. A little in the middle. Oh, I'm a poet and I know it. So we got a B, not a sphere, a B cylinder. What is that? 1621 maybe? Something like that. Yeah, that's about right. It needs to be a bit smaller though. Too big. It needs to be a bit taller as well. Let's make it down to size 2 actually. And oh, it needs to be a 2-2. That will create. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Good morning, Yuri. How are you doing, friend? You are the first viewer, as usual, or not as usual, I suppose nowadays. But as per the olden days, the old times, it is thee and me, Sithar, I believe. I was just trying to make this tree look a little bit less dorky and goofy. Using... Oh, that's a cylinder brush. Interesting. It's not what I had in mind. Go back to the lift brush here. Using various tools, just trying to fix this thing. Oh, the good old days. Well, I mean, it's not that long ago, actually. Arguably, it's quite recent. In recent history. So what I want to do actually, let's push this up a little bit as well. Try and kind of disentangle these a little bit, make them a little bit more angular. Angular? Not angular, flat. Kind of cylindrical in shape. And I think it's kind of working a little bit. Just gonna maybe bulk this out a little bit so that we've got a little bit more growth here, so that we're not quite such an obvious kind of growth, like exposure in the middle there. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Hello, Digester. Good morning, friend. How are you today? It's been a little while, hasn't it? Digester. I'm trying to remember. Definitely do remember the name. Can't remember much more than that, I'm afraid. Oh, good night. Yes. It looks like night outside. It's so dark. I built a lot of stuff since you were last here, I suspect. It has been a productive time. Let's just push this back a little. Add a little bit more depth on here. One good thing about using this technique is we're actually making it a little bit rougher, which is nice. Hello, Governor and Humpty Dumpty. Welcome both. Don't feel as if you have a duty to be here, Governor. It is totally fine. BR. So we're going to go for a jungle bush tree here, because I think we've managed to kind of get this to the state that is more acceptable. I still want to probably get rid of any exposed glowstone because it does look a little bit clunky and weird. I think quite overgrown is what I want to do with this. I think that would be quite a cool look for this area. I'm not sure whether I want to extend the grass actually, so that it's a bit more grassy and more potentially overgrown. No, I think I'll leave it. I'll leave it kind of as is with just a little bit of grass for now. Hello, Faik. No, yeah, it's actually all of your job to be here, and you should all apologise for not being here every time you're not here, because otherwise you'll be fired. We wouldn't want that, would we? No, no, no. All your little subscriber children will go hungry because you've let down your employer, who employs you to turn up. I jest, of course, although I'm sure everybody was aware of that. There is, of course, no requirement to be here. What is Babadook? Tell me about Babadook, because I have no idea what that is. Well, you better improve then. You know, it's not good enough really. I don't pay you to not turn up. I mean, I don't pay you at all. In fact, indirectly, you pay me very, very small quantities of money by visiting my stream. But you know, this is how an employment works. I wouldn't employ you if you didn't make me money. Cool. This is looking a bit more lush, and overgrown than I was kind of anticipating, but that's fine. There's no rules here. Boom. I mean, it's looking a bit more lush and overgrown than I was anticipating because I've just made it look lush and overgrown. Not because I accidentally put too many bushes, but when I was originally planning this area, I was planning for it to be kind of rough looking, maybe. So yes, I think this is kind of a cool look though, to have the combination of kind of stone and plants. So we got kind of plants growing where they can. And no, yeah, there's no mistakes. I think that's Rob Ross. Wait, Rob Ross. See the guy with the painter? Like, yeah, no, you can make a lot of cool stuff from accident. Like, in fact, a lot of the best stuff that you can make is made from stuff that maybe wasn't intentional. I don't think I want to overgrow this with vines quite yet. Maybe I don't want to put vines at all. I think we'll leave off with the vines in this area. I've lost my bone meal from this bar, so I'll need to save that one. Okay, so we're going to bone meal this whole area now. And it's going to take a little while, but it's going to be worthwhile. Boom. Haha. Have you heard the myth for creating tea? Apparently it was, I don't know that it was really as accidental as has been stated. Some king or other had leaves accidentally fall on his tea, in his boiling water, supposedly, and he drank it. But I suspect that was very fortuitous that it would be the king that happened to, so I don't think it was him, actually. I don't think it was a king. But yeah, I mean, we've made a lot of stuff by accident. Ah, it was a monk, was it? I don't know. The myth is similar anyway. That's kind of what I heard. But I mean, tea doesn't really work that way, actually. I mean, tea, you need to refine it, don't you? This is an interesting idea, actually. where did a lot of our food come from? Like, for example, you go to Scandinavia, for example. This is an easy, cheap target. But if you look at lutefisk, or even worse, the shark, I can't remember what it's called, where this is fermented fish that has been buried. In Iceland, they have this fermented shark, where they take shark, they wee on it, they urinate on it, and bury it, and then they dig it up like 6 months later and eat it. And we have to wonder what kind of level of desperation led somebody to discover that, first of all, that was edible at all, and second of all, to decide that that was good. I mean, I suppose that's kind of up for debate, but I mean, a good question is cheese. Where the heck did cheese come from? Like, cheese is like really, really rancid, rotten milk. Oh gosh, disgusting. Imagine eating, like being so desperate. You know what off milk is like. It's disgusting. Like when milk turns off, it's just horrible, horrible stuff. And yeah, to be the poor sap that discovered cheese. Ugh. Goodness me, it must have been a horrible life. Yeah, not good. So there's some cool stories about how butter was invented. So butter was thought to have perhaps been invented in. Obviously, it would have been invented probably in parallel, but I was reading a little bit about British culinary history. You know, because we're so great on the culinary history. We had bacon and butter were two of the inventions in the UK. Whether or not they were invented elsewhere is probably also up for debate. But it's thought that milk was invented when the butter was invented when milk was put into a saddlebag, like a wine skin or something, on the back of a horse or a donkey, and then obviously travelled over a long way, and the shaking of being in this saddlebag turned the milk to butter. I don't know if you guys have ever made oh gosh, chunky milk. Blech. You guys ever made butter? It's quite easy. Well, it's not easy. It's simple. I'll say simple, not easy. It's take milk and shake it, basically. You can do it yourself if you really want to. If you're really, really desperate for butter and you haven't got any, if you take milk, put it in a little Tupperware or a bag or something and just shake it for like 20 minutes. Well, good night, dead jester. Better asleep than dead. What does that even mean? I don't know. Good night, friend. So another thing that's interesting is, how was bacon invented? Like, bacon is like really salty, smoked, thinly cut gammon, more or less. Which, I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't sound super attractive, but apparently ancient people would pretty much eat anything. And it kind of concerns me. I wonder what we're missing out on today. Other stuff that's kind of fermented, like alcohol, for example. Again, like really horrible off juice or whatever. No thanks. Or rice wine, etc. All right, let's check this bad boy out. I'm gonna cover up some of these exposed bits of glowstone, so that we got less obvious kind of glowstone visible on the surface. Don't want it. Oh, I think we're kind of clogging up the PC with too much view distance at the moment. So maybe I'll have a quick look around and then I'll turn the view distance back down because it is lagging me out. Cover this one up a little bit more. Alrighty. So I actually can't see that much, but I think we definitely... Oh, the view distance is already down. Yeah, no. I mean, obviously, bugs are a great source of food. We eat a lot of horrible stuff anyway. You know, like, drinking milk, for example. Like, what? Why? Why do we drink milk? Like, oh, that's just what I want. A nice cold glass of the secretion from a cow's udder, days old. Yummy. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Yeah, so so I'm just gonna make these bushes hang down a little bit. It's gonna take a little while, but it should be worthwhile. Yeah, no, I think I would potentially. I mean, I'm not personally. I wouldn't do that, but I think if obviously if I lived in a culture that did that, it wouldn't be weird at all. So, I think we're going to get closer to kind of. We're not going to need to eat the bugs because I think we're going to get lab-grown meat before then. That's an interesting question. So, meat grown in a lab. Let's have a discussion about that. If you guys, would you eat meat grown in a lab? I think personally, yeah, I'd be lining up to do it. I've been a vegetarian in the past, and you know, meat without suffering sounds freaking great. Hello, Peter Routledge. Some other real kind of exciting prospects with lab-grown meat, perhaps, could be combinations of meat. So, for example, a kebab is often a combination of meats. So you might have it might be lamb and beef in a big kind of tube. Is sometimes kebab meat. Sometimes it's just lamb or just beef or chicken or whatever. But we do sometimes have combinations, and you could grow those potentially. In theory, you could grow those cells together. So instead of having beef meat and lamb meat combined, you could have kebab meat. Good morning, Shudari. I'm from the UK. I'm from near to London. And yourself, where are you from, Peter? And good morning, Shudari. I was just discussing lab-grown meat and some of the potential implications of that. Some other potential cool things we could do is we could have pre-seasoned meat, I think. Imagine growing, say, you know, pork with, you could have sweet and sour pork. Like, you could grow sweet and sour pork, and the meat would just be permeated with the spices. Or you could grow chicken with like cumin in it or whatever. Oh, really? I'm gonna suck on these nuts. Ha 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 ha! Amazing. Rautlager! There we go, that's the German. Is it time for me to embarrass myself with some fake accents? 99999! Some fake accents. I say fake accents because you guys would not be able to tell that I don't have those accents. So I just needed to clarify that they are indeed fake. When I do an accent, apart from my own accent, they are fake. Oh, I can do a Middlesbrough accent actually. I don't know why, but you have to put your voice like you gotta go up. Like I don't know, I'm not sure why, but I have to do a higher pitch when I do a Middlesbrough accent. So I'm actually from Middlesbrough, and this is how people in Middlesbrough talk. It's a little bit in between a Yorkshire and a Newcastle accent. It's not quite the same as Newcastle, but a lot of people are confused. They think that it's actually Newcastle, but it's not. It's not Newcastle. We actually hate Newcastle. Oh my goodness. first off, have you seen Lord of the Rings? If you haven't seen Lord of the Rings, watch Lord of the Rings right away. That's mandatory viewing. Have you seen Pirates of the Caribbean? I guess you have. That's a pretty good trilogy. Obviously, there's The Matrix. It trails off a little bit, as many trilogies do, but all three movies are kind of worth watching, I would say. What else? Just as a movie alone, Mad Max Fury Road needs to be seen. Like that's an amazingly good movie. I know everybody's seen Lord of the Rings, but some people legit haven't seen it, and those people are missing out. You know, they're making a Netflix series, apparently. Alrighty. That looks cool. Yeah, we got real kind of cool, mysterious kind of vibe coming off this area now. I like it. What's up there? Who knows? Actually, we all know nothing. Xena Warrior Princess. That's classic. That is some classic television right there. Or not even television, is it? Is it movies? I don't know. I know it's old. That's all I really know. So I'm gonna go for some dark oaks here, and just kind of. I've noticed this area is looking a bit bare. We can just fill that out a little bit with some dark oaks, and maybe one more here. And we'll go for some jungle bush. You got caught off guard. What does that mean? You have to watch it anyway. It's a freaking great movie. Like just wonderfully good. Probably my favorite thing, Mad Max Fury Road. It's a great progressive movie. I got to the end of the movie and I wasn't aware that I'd seen anything progressive. I just thought it was a great movie, and then it occurred to me at the end of the movie, oh wait, all of the characters were women, and it was an action movie. And this during the movie, it hadn't even occurred to me, which I mean is fantastic. I think as far as kind of progress goes, very very progressive, and in a good way. Like not. I think the initial inclination is to just cast either women as kind of accessories to the main character, or to cast them as replacements for a male protagonist in an action movie. That's difficult to do. Well, I mean, it's not really appropriate. And I thought, yeah, the characters, the way that they'd been cast was excellent, and the way that they were written was fully believable, and it didn't detract at all. It was very female. Yeah, go watch it now. Freaking, it's much better than this stream. Let me put it that way. It's a very female. Or femininity and female issues are kind of a forefront to the story, and it all just blends nicely in without feeling forced. It doesn't feel forced at all, which I think makes it really a triumph of feminist cinema. WrestleMania. Are we in for some memes here? I actually haven't seen WrestleMania. No. Alrighty, good night. Enjoy the movie. You're gonna love it. I don't know how far you got through it, but you are gonna freaking love that movie because it's amazing. It's a great movie. Now that I've hyped it up too much, it's probably not gonna be that. No, it's mind blowing. The best thing, probably, almost all the effects are physical. Like a lot of physical effects in Mad Max. Obviously, some of the explosions and stuff are not real. They're added in post, but I mean, all the vehicles and stuff were real, and driving around and flipping over and stuff. Really cool, really good. Alrighty, so I'm just realizing this area here is looking a bit forlorn. So let's kind of polish this area here up. Specifically, we'll start with the little pond that we've got going on here. Pond, it's a river, not a pond. Stream, perhaps. Let's get a couple of dark oaks in here, actually, because we can. Or one dark oak, maybe. And some jungle bushes. Oh, one, two, and maybe a third one. Nah, no third one. No third one today. And just gonna kind of smooth this out a little bit. I mean, I don't mind them being kind of rough rocks, but I also don't want to be too rough. Nice. And then we're going to get this, kind of see if we can get this kind of moving a bit more naturally. Actually, coming out over this way could be quite nice as well. Maybe we can make like a series of small streams here. That could be quite nice, actually, if we're going for this kind of rocky look. So let's try and break this up into a series of smaller streams. Yeah, I like this. This is good. I like this. Oh, maybe out this way. Nearly. And through here. Special wrestler. Hello, Sobi Reflex. I recognize that name. I feel like it must have been a little while since I've seen you. Welcome back. Welcome back to my stream. My stream has not changed. You may have noticed that. It's the same stream as always. That's what's up with me. What's up with you? How have you been? I don't know why I'm talking like this. Maybe I'll stop. Oh, we're going into Finnish accent again. I don't know why, but we're having a Finnish accent again. Let's see if we can... I kind of want to keep this sort of really kind of deep sort of trench that we're getting here. It seems a bit awkward at first, but I think I'm going to actually try and keep it, because I think it could be quite nice. And just trying to make a real kind of deep, like, sort of river. Kind of a river. Not really a river, but a stream. Rivulet, perhaps. Might be a better word for it. Oh, that's good. Really good. I'm pleased to hear that. We don't get many really goods. You must be having a good day, actually, to say really good. We in the English-speaking world, we are usually good or just fine, I think. So is something special going on? Is it your birthday or? Oh, the Bobbit. I remember. Ah, good times. What happened to the 7th and what happened to the 8th Wonders of the World? WrestleMania, that's not real, you know that, right? Not to burst your bubble or anything, but it's wrestling is fake. That's good. No, that's a great attitude to have, and I hope you can keep that attitude forever. We do make our own we make our own fortune and our own luck and our own well, I don't know about luck, but I think it's yeah, we definitely have a big impact on our own kind of happiness and quality of life. So that you sound like you are doing a good job. Keep doing your best. The world likes go-getters, I think. We are really this is a lot longer than I was kind of expecting, but I'm definitely under the water now, aren't I? So I can probably stop. Let's leave it at that. When we put the water in, that will... yeah, no, wrestling is good, kind of bombastic fun. Remember that time when Donald Trump didn't he get... He came in the ring, right? Donald Trump went into the ring in a wrestling match? Remember that time when the President of the United States was in WWE? Ah, good times. Minecraft is indeed... It's such a cool game, isn't it? It's got such... I think it's a real positive influence as well. Now, I know... I've been told that video games have no impact on like violence in children or in adults, but I find that hard to believe, to be honest. I mean, I'm very skeptical of the truth of that, even though science seems to believe that there's no problem, but I'm skeptical, and I feel like Minecraft must be a positive influence by comparison. This is taking a little bit longer than I would really anticipate, but it's okay. I think we need to remember that we're kind of going down into the water. And yeah, this is going to be kind of cool actually, to get these kind of deep streams. Yeah, I think this is way... sorry, excuse me. I've gone way beyond the... Yeah, I think this is about as far as I need to go to get to the water level. Alrighty, let's bring another one out here. And... boom boom. Let's see if we can kind of make that a little bit more controlled, so it's not quite so... just going to try and make it a little bit more, yeah, controlled. Don't want it to be quite so wide, but we'll have one going down that way, I think. That can work quite nice. And we'll have one come out this way. I kind of want to watch. I need to. Maybe I should go back and find it. The video of Donald Trump wrestling. You can probably search it. If you search Donald Trump wrestling, you'll probably find it. And I'm sure it'll be great. And you can brag to everyone else on the stream how great it was, and that they haven't seen it because they're losers or whatever. That would be rude though. Don't do that. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to find. Back when he still had hair. It's funny how much he's fallen, actually. He used to be kind of a popular guy once upon a time. Considered a nice man. Wow, my, how times have changed. Considered very polite. And through here. Gosh, this is quite a time-consuming process, actually. Trying to dig these rivers in, but I think they're going to look super cool when they're finished. It's really going to add a lot more detail to this area, which this area is sorely lacking and definitely could use more of. So... that's unfortunate. Maybe you have, maybe you can find it with your email, if you remember what your email was. Also, I tend to find when stuff that was very old. I mean, I remember I used to play a game called Neopets, and I lost my account. And then I found the account again. Let me tell you how I found the account. So I knew the numbers of the account. It was my name. Sorry, I knew the name of the account. It was my name followed by some numbers. I didn't know what the numbers were. And so I did the dumbest thing possible. I knew what the password was, and I knew what the account name was, not the numbers that were at the end of the name. And so I went through all of them, basically spamming, tried every single account number, different combination of numbers, like 200 of them, to try and find which one was mine. And then I found an account that I could log into, an account that was my name followed by numbers with my password, and I logged on and I was like, I don't think this is my account, and I logged back off. And I think that must, I suspect now, looking back on it, that definitely must have been my account. And I just kind of just blanked all memory of it and had this weird rose-tinted glasses of what I thought the account looked like, and it looked nothing like what I thought it did. Which is funny. Hello! Oh. Hello, hello. How are you today, Tokay? How are you today, Tokay? Oh, I've already noticed that rhymes a few times. Oh no, and now I rhymed again. I like to rhyme all the time. Can't stop the rhyme train. Okay, we're gonna take this water. Let's take it out this way. Hello. Hello. Nothing is on the screen. What do you mean, nothing's on the screen? Like, technical issues? Technical issues? You can't see, what's going on here? No, it's definitely working, I think. Yeah. I would show you that, but, I can't show you that again. Yeah, that must have been quite a while ago. Because this, it's been about probably 3 to 6 months since I was actually on that same world. You know what, these should probably merge up at this point, shouldn't they? I'm just going to let them merge if I can. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So now I'm just going to kind of smooth these out a little bit, just so that they're not quite so sudden and deep. Just to make them a little bit kind of slightly wider. Basically just going to take the edge off them. And same kind of along here. I know I already kind of did this area, but let's do it again. Jekyll Fox. Not sure if I recognise that. Don't remember. It must have been a while ago. Let's take a few more off here, through here, and then what I'm going to do actually is figure out the water level and make sure that these kind of blend nicely into the water level. Boom, bush, bish, bash, bosh. Put it through here. And this one. There we go. Okay, so we got a bit of a smoother. Oh, funny. That's cool. This is going to look cool when the water's back in. Speaking of which, maybe I should put the water back in. Or at least figure out where the water level is, because these obviously shouldn't really extend beneath the water level too much. So it doesn't make any sense for them to extend beneath the water level. So let's put the water back in. So I'm just going to make sure that the whole... I do not play the ukulele. That is a bit of a strange question. Do you play the ukulele? Why would you ask me such a question? Do I look like a kind of a ukulele player? Is that it? I look nerdy enough, is it? Alright, I'm setting my brush from stun to kill. Alrighty, so just going to melt out here. This melt brush will let me quickly spread out the surfaces down here. And as I say, I'm not too worried about this because it is the sea floor. It's not going to be too closely inspected, hopefully. I'm not making a specific earth. It's going to take me a little while to build the entirety of Earth. Also, I suspect I've already built something that doesn't exist. I don't think there's a lot of places in the world that look kind of like what we've got going on here. Unfortunately, it's a little bit unrealistic. Right, so let's figure out the water level here. And yeah, let's put the water back in. Screw it, why not? We can take the water out again if we need to. I just want to kind of see what's going on. Don't look over here, guys. Quick look behind the curtain. Yeah, it's messy back here. So I'm just digging a hole so that I can select the right place. And boom. We got pos 1. Let's fly out of here. And just gonna teleport a bit. Oops. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. This ought to do. We're way out in the ocean now, aren't we? Yeah, we should be okay. And we do replace air, water. Let there be water. Oh. What's that? 972,000 blocks. We get everything? Kinda looks like it. Yeah. Nice, nice. Alrighty, let's see what just happened. So this is the area that I added. So we're kind of, if I'm not mistaken, it should be about here? Or have I gone past it? I'm so confused. Where am I? Oh, I'm here. Ah, I thought so. I thought there was some kind of a reason you would be asking such an oddly specific question. I think I remember you, you mentioned, actually. I had a friend, or he sometimes comes on this stream, actually, who, I don't know, I never saw it myself, but he claimed, and I suspect he was telling the truth, to have produced a ukulele from an axe called the battle uke. Like the battle axe. But a uke. It's so nerdy. Okay. So there we go. I actually, it was kind of cool the way it kind of goes under the water as well. So, just going to build out a little bit. So it's not quite so deep. But I do actually quite like the way it looks. So, I'm going to leave it partially. Don't really work under the water very much, so this is a bit of a new experience for me. Looks quite nice down here, actually. I'm holding my breath real good. I'm real good at holding my breath. Got like a 20-minute breath capacity. Ugh. It's funny, I'm getting like slightly stressed out about the fact that I might need to breathe. Clearly, I've been trained well by the video games, or by real life, perhaps. Bum bum. Alrighty. What did surgery on a grape? Oh yeah, sure. It's fine to be a nerd, but you know, you got to have a little bit of self-referential humor about it. You know, you can't be You can't go full on. You can't full on nerd out. It's I mean, you can, but you gotta be careful about your nerding. You gotta be a little bit. You gotta have a little bit of humor about it. I mean, I'm definitely a nerd. No questions asked. Look at. Well, I mean, I'm playing frickin' Minecraft before I go to work at a software house. Like, it's called being a nerd. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I think that's kind of a nice effect. So we can kind of. What can we do about this area? It's so rough. Maybe we can do something with that. I'm trying to figure out what we could do with this area. What is an SDiff port? Give us the lowdown on what the heck that is. Is it something to do with computers? A computer port, is it? Sounds weird. Nerds are weird. That's kind of a property of nerds, actually. Even when nerds are being normal, they're still being weird. Even if it's, what's the word? It's always it tends to be like a real strong interest in something really niche and odd that no one else cares about. Like Minecraft, I suppose. No one really cares about Minecraft too much. I got some bad news for you. I don't think you can get shaders on the console, unfortunately. Maybe one day they'll add them some kind of shaders, but at the moment I don't think it's possible. A little crack down here. Let's fill it up. No cracks allowed. Get out of here. Maybe we could make a cave here, actually. That could be cool. Oh. High quality fiber optic audio signals. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, I've got, I think there's one of those on my sound system, actually. I've never actually seen one. A cable. Does Skyrim allow console mods? No, surely not. Oh. Tokay saw opportunity for TNT and wasted no time with demanding TNT. Maybe we could do one TNT, perhaps. Perhaps a single TNT. I think a cave could be cool, though. Oh, really? That's awesome. Yeah, rare that consoles allow mods. Kind of one of their weaknesses, generally. And I suppose strengths is kind of the quality of the content is always supposed to be higher for a console. Alrighty, so we gravelled this area a little bit, and it looks a little bit smoother, nicer. Bit less rocky, a little bit more loved, a bit more attention to detail. That's what we like to see. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Alrighty. Right, let's So we already have kind of a cave here, actually. There's gravel here. Hovering gravel. Where should we put it? Here. Let's do it. I'm not going to use too much TNT, so don't get too excited. Fire charge. I messed it up. Oh. Amazing. It did nothing. Maybe a little more then, since it did so little. One more. And then I'm going to get back to serious business here with some rock brush. BR rock 3-0. And using this we can hopefully make a little bit of a cave. Oh! Whoa! Oh! Potentialities are arising. Yes! That's going to be beautiful. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's get opportunity for climbing down here. So let's just kind of open this up a little bit. So a player could climb here, and then let's bring this all the way up. And we're going to hollow out the whole way around here so that the player could walk through here and stand in this elevated area. In fact, let's keep going with this. I have not played with any fans, really. I'm generally kind of a bit covetous of my builds. I don't really want to share. And I'm also a bit... I would say I'm probably quite rude to play with, because I'm a bit of a diva. I like to get my own way. So it's probably best that I don't play with people, so that people don't have to put up with me. Maybe Alchemist. The problem is if I start doing the sea too much, like this is an island, so it's completely covered in the sea. So I need to be a bit careful about that. Once I start, where do I stop? That kind of thing. So I wanted to have a way to get for the player to get up, maybe. Maybe I can just bring this cave inside and have it kind of appear on the top. That could be cool, actually. Let's do that. Through here, kind of walking along here, and let's bring it all the way around the outside here first. And then I'm going to start to kind of bring it up a little bit, if I can. Okay, well... Wow, this place is really looking a bit thin and flimsy now. Haha, I seem like a nice person, but that's until... nobody likes people to build over their builds, and that's totally what I would be doing. I'd just be, like, overbuilding everything. I'd just be completely ignoring anything people build and just... freaking... No, it's a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. I'd be basically just a huge asshole. And I don't want to be a huge asshole, so... I can't see anything. Goodness me. You know what? I'm just gonna right-click a bunch until we find some air. Here we go. Where are we? Yeah, that kind of works. Okay. And hopefully that fire will just die eventually. Oh, it did. Cool. Alrighty. So now what I'm going to do is try and restore some of the damage I've done. BBB. So we're going to use a blend ball and try to smooth out, first of all. We'll smooth out the top and the bottom. We're going to need to... I'm going to want to bring back the kind of layering here that I took away with the coal and the gravel and stuff. Maybe I don't need to do that, actually. Maybe we can just leave it. Be lazy. And... Yes, yes. What time is it? Am I late for work yet? No, I'm not. I've still got another half an hour. Amazing. This is often the case. There's no mistakes, just happy accidents, right? Often things don't turn out the way that you plan, but you got to roll. You got to roll with it, and sometimes undo it. That is a very precariously balanced bit of rock there. There we go. And boom, boom, boom. Oh gosh. Hopefully this is doable to climb. It is definitely not climbable at the moment. Is that a little bit better? Is that better? Nope. Let's just make it so that it's definitely climbable, at least at this stage. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. And boom, boom, boom. Something like that. Yeah. Let you out on top. Nice. Usually build my friend's houses. What? I remember you were using a tool like that. What is it called? I don't know what you... Which tool? Which tool do you mean? Sobi Reflex. So yes, I think that gives us the detail we need from here. Oh, that's really nice actually. Seeing straight through there. Let's just have a walk through and see what we can do. In fact, let me grab a torch here. Put that in my hand. See if we can get up here. And along here. Boom, boom, boom. Definitely make it this far. And we can start to go up. And we can't get any further here, so let's just kind of fix that. It's a little bit slightly challenging jump, but totally possible. And up and up and up and up and up. Yeah, okay, cool. And we have no grass in here for some reason, so let's just grass this area because it seems to have been neglected during my building process. The arrow. We have blend ball tool, maybe, is that what you're talking about? This arrow does uses all of the tools, so all of the various tools are used through this arrow. Okay, so I think this is yeah, this is looking pretty nice. We need to finish off the actual cliff edge here. So we'll see if we can figure out how we're going to do that shortly. How am I going to do that? I'm going to use a lift brush, and let's lift out a little more on the edge. I've already done this once, but I'm doing it again. And I think I want to bring the gravel right the way to the end, since we've already kind of got it all over the place. So just keep bringing this out. And definitely going to have to do something with this river as well. And we also need to decide what's going to happen over there, so that's going to be fun. Lift brush. C. Yes, my favourite brush over the time has probably been the lift brush. And I'm just going to weather this back a little more again, since I can. And nobody can stop me from doing this. And hopefully, I quite like this. I'm quite digging this kind of line effect that we're getting. I almost want to kind of continue with it, but I don't really know how I can do that very easily. It kind of makes sense to have these kind of striations. Striation is the name of a a line in a rock, like a slash through a rock, is called a striation. I think specifically it refers to ones that like glaciers leave as they drag rocks along the ground. They make these big deep scratches. Project Spark. No, it doesn't ring a bell to me. Not heard of that one. Alrighty. So I'm going to use the blend ball here all the way along the top. And cities are it's kind of a lot of work. No, I've never built a city in Minecraft. Not like a big one. I've never really built much in terms of towns. I can show you what I built over here. I don't know if you saw that. I built a city, a village, village. A village that I later ruined. I'll show you at the end of the stream, actually. In fact, I'm going to start cranking up the view distance. And then we can kind of have a look around just before I head off. So let me get here. We're going to do an overlay, D1, and we're going to take gravel, and I want to use the other brush, like this. Nope, not like that. Like this. And I'm just going to use this. I think I want to make it slightly bigger, so let's go for like maybe a B5 perhaps. And I'm just going to kind of try and get on the edge here some gravel, basically, surprisingly. I know it's kind of a shocker, isn't it? Oh, something bad happened. I'm doing just great. How are you, friend? It's a good morning so far. Oh, this is kind of a cool effect, actually. We're getting kind of this pile-up of gravel, almost as if it's kind of being eroded from the mountain and making its way down. I quite like that effect. And yes, that's good. Good news. I like to hear that people are doing well. I think everybody does. Nobody likes to hear that people are doing badly, except for maybe some people. I'm not one of those people. I don't take joy in other people's misery. I don't have a lot of I don't experience a lot of Schadenfreude, if we're being technical. So it's good. It's good to hear. Is something particularly good happening to you today, or you just generally a great feeling kind of guy? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm getting kind of excited because it's coming up for Christmas. I'm going to start my new job soonish. I'm going to Zurich in January, which is nice. Zurich. I'm excited about that. Nice, nice, nice. So we've got the water here, and I want to do something with that. So let's see if we can. First off, I think I'm going to make a little pool here in the B cylinder air 3, and I'm just going to make a little pool here for this to kind of rest in for now. Okay, and maybe we can get some water buckets and just fill this whole area out. Boom, boom, boom. And then I'm going to have it kind of flowing out in different places is my intention. So we'll see how that goes. This should not be... Boom, boom. I'm not sure it looks particularly real. I've never seen a cliff that looks like this. But thank you, anyway. Thank you all the same. sure you mean that in a very positive fashion. And thanks. I'm making this way more awkward than it ought to be. Thanks, friend. You know what? I've dug this going the wrong way. I should have dug it going the other way. Oh well. Let me just block that off for a second. Let it run out. It's okay. Let's get another one out here. Maybe a little bit this way. And out this way. And one more, perhaps. Maybe going out through here. And through here. And skaboosh. We are done here. And like that, maybe. I want it to go down a little bit sooner. There we go. Cool. I still feel like it's not kind of completed, but looking good anyway. So I'm gonna go for a little. Oh, that's cool. We got Australian style cliffs then. So this is looking, this is looking pretty nice now actually. Overall, let's see if we can load in the mountain, and we're gonna have a new view that we've never had before. Cliff diving, oh gosh, it sounds dangerous. I'd be way too scared to do something like that. Oh, I've got the mushrooms over there, being ominous. Can we see anything else from here? No, not really. Can't quite see over to Peaceful Valley. So this is a new view that has never been seen before. And boom, screenshot. Haha. So there we are. Looking nice. Welcome back, Tokay. Let's take a view from the other side here. Got these little reef there. You can't really see it so well, but so we have made some changes that are visible from over here. Let's try a new viewpoint. How about here? I'm not sure I've viewed from here before. Nice. Oh gosh. Brave. I think I'm mostly scared. I'm scared of. Well, yeah, no, I'm scared of jumping a long way. I guess. Kind of scared of heights. Not super scared of heights, but what is going on out there? Some interesting driving is happening outside. So over here we have the volcano. Let's fly around a bit and load it in. May as well, and we can come back. Just don't want to fly away too far so that we unload what's over there. Yeah, like having a belly flop would be bad, but also I'm concerned, like, what if there are like rocks under the surface or something? Like you just die. That would suck. I once had an incident where I was in Sweden, and I was swimming in the kind of in the inlets, so it's kind of like brackish water, salt of the sea, but not really, kind of quite inland sea. And I started climbing on this little platform. There's like a diving board on a platform, a floating platform. I started climbing up, and I got to the top, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't jump. It was way too high for me. I just couldn't do it. And then some little kid came along behind me, and like I had this really awkward moment where me, a fully grown man, had to like squeeze to one side while a little kid got to the diving board and jumped off. I recently got a new job, read some, so I will be starting that shortly. So it may change the time that I stream. I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't, but we'll have to see. It's a big change for me, so it's very good, very positive news. Some other stuff's going on. Sorry, excuse me. Getting a new house, so quite busy at the moment. Yeah, mostly been busy. Not much fun stuff going on because I'm really excited about my new job. I can't tell you too much about it, but it's a big technology company. They're going to pay me very well, which is good news. This is a new view that I've not looked at before. Maybe there's a kind of a new spot that kind of has everything. Maybe if I'm like here, about here perhaps. I wonder if it is possible to load everything in at once. Well, I guess to be fair, it's probably from the middle, isn't it? Because I obviously can't see the area over there. Well, it's a big technology company that has an office in London. That's as much as I can say. There we go. Yeah, it hasn't been, to be fair, I haven't been streaming. I've been streaming about 8 months, actually, I think, something like that. So this is a lot of months of work that we're looking at here. I've seen this stuff so much. It's still beautiful, though. I love it. It's really, really nice. So if we get this, I think this will be very, very nearly nearing the completion of this area. Oh gosh, it looks really great, the mountain, doesn't it? This mountain at the front. This looks nice. Looks like a mountain. Oh, I mean a low resolution mountain, but nice. That volcano just kind of is a bit awkward in its positioning, actually. It's a shame, but. Nice. Thank you. So, I'm gonna head off because I've got to go to work. I'll say thanks for watching, and I will say see you next time. Tomorrow, I guess I will continue work on the cliffs that I've been working on. This mountain does look like a mountain. Alrighty, bye-bye. That's all, folks. That's kind of cool, yeah, like real jungle island. I think by the time it's finished, it's going to be peng, like real good. I'm going to remove the mushrooms, I think. There's one thing I am going to do because I don't like them. Mushrooms got to go. Yeah, and you guys have a good day, or evening, or sleep, or whatever it is you're going to do next. I hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye, Alchemist and Yuri. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye.